because you probably have some limiting beliefs that are hurting you right now. Once you understand how they work, then I'll give you an exercise so then you can start to identify what your limiting beliefs are and then how to work to turn them into empowering beliefs. Hey everyone, Justin here, coming at you with a powerful lesson that when I went through this personally had a massive impact on my life, both personally and professionally. And when I've studied a lot of successful people that are at the top of their game, many of them have gone through a similar exercise. So I want to share with you. And it's all around understanding beliefs, not only what they are, why you should care about them, because you probably have some limiting beliefs that are hurting you right now. Once you understand how they work, then I'll give you an exercise so then you can start to identify what your limiting beliefs are and then how to work to turn them into empowering beliefs. So let's get right into it. So the first thing to understand is, what is a limiting belief? So the thing to think about with a belief is something that is aligned with how we see the world. Now, another way to think about the belief system is it's aligned with our subconscious. And there was a study done by Harvard Business Review that said 95% of the decisions that we make come from our subconscious, which means only 5% of our decisions that are made come from our conscience, which is mind-blowing to think about. But a lot of people don't know a lot about how the subconscious work. So to make it simple for you, the subconscious job is to keep us safe. Think about it. Humans 10,000 years ago were worried about surviving every day, right? Not worried about if they have the newest iPhone, right? So because of that mechanism of trying to keep us safe in our brain, what that does is your subconscious is wired to identify the things to help keep you safe, keep you protected, keep you alive, because that's how it's used to operating. Now, the thing to know about most people's subconscious, according to studies and research, is that most of your beliefs that you get by the age of 6 to 8 years old, and think about the ages of 0 to 6 to 8, you're usually around your parents. So a lot of you model your beliefs after them, which is fantastic. And most of the beliefs are probably very good. So let's think about some empowering beliefs that you probably have today. Don't steal from people. Be a good person, right? Look out for one another. Those are empowering beliefs because they're positive, and if you align to them, and if they're aligned to your identity, it's going to lead to a great life. But on the other side of the coin, there's common limiting beliefs that have been passed down from generation to generation to generation that many people don't know about. So what's an example of a limiting belief? Well, everyone that I've been around has never graduated from college, so it's a long shot for me to graduate from college. Or people in my family are big boned, so that just runs in our DNA. Or I need my partner to be on board with me in order for me to make this investment in my health or my career or my development. Right? These are all things that are limiting beliefs, because if you think about what each of those are, when you align with them and you stick to them, it limits your potential as a person. So what you want to think about is, what are the limiting beliefs that you have? And I'll show you how in a minute. Like, that's what they are. And more importantly, why you should start to think about it. Now, your beliefs are also aligned with your body. As I said, your brain is wired to keep you safe, right? So I'm going to give you a quick exercise and do it along with me. And you'll tell me whether or not this is powerful. So what you're going to do is, you're going to slouch down in your chair, whatever you're doing right now, and just say the words, I am powerful. Say it. Okay? Now ask yourself, did you sound powerful during that time? Probably not. Now do it again. But this time, sit back, shoulders back, chest up, and say the same words. I am powerful. How'd that feel? Notice a difference? Exactly. That's the difference in how the body can shape how the mind and the belief systems work. So what I don't want you to think is, okay, so all I need to do is go, I am awesome, I am awesome, I am awesome. No, that's not how it works, right? But if you think about how the body is connected to the belief systems, and simply by just changing the physiology, it can have an impact on how you see the world and how your energy comes through. So all of that aligns to the belief system that you have. Because if your energy is in a poor state, then it's going to be harder for you to challenge your limiting beliefs. So that's the what, the why. So then the real question is, how do you do it? So I'm going to walk you through it and then give you a couple of examples of limiting beliefs and how I've transitioned them into empowering beliefs. So how do we change them? So step one is you want to identify. So you want to ID what the limiting beliefs are for you. An easy way to do this is sit down, grab a piece of paper, and just think about what are your 2 or 3 beliefs that you have that you know have limited your upside. So, for example, I need someone else to be involved in order for me to take this step. I need to make more money in order to invest in myself or give to charity. I need a college degree in order to achieve this role, right? I need 20 years experience to get to that title, right? These are all things that have been passed down from generation to generation, as well as in the society of what's normal. So think about what those are for you that you've adopted. Everyone has them. It's okay. So take a few minutes to identify what those are. That's step one. Step two, after you've identified what they are, then I want you to ask yourself, okay, what's the impact of me believing these things? So you first says your ID, and then you look at the impact. And this is where you can really start to see the consequences of buying into limiting beliefs, also what I like to call bullshit beliefs. So what's the impact of this? So I'll give you an example. Let's say it's, hey, I need to have 20 years experience before I'm a VP of sales, right? If you're in the sales profession. Okay, well, if I believe that and my calling is to coach and help and develop people, so I'm going to do 20 years in a profession, in a role that I'm not passionate about because my belief system is that I need to have 20 years experience in order to lead and coach and develop people, right? So think about the impact of that. That's 20 years of you not living in alignment with your purpose. We only have so much time here on earth. So that's a massive impact. Now, another thing to think about, well, I need my spouse and my partner to be bought into a healthier lifestyle in order for me to be bought in. Personally, this is one that I had years ago, right? And what I realized when I actually thought about it is that was a BS excuse for me not taking accountability for my health and wellness. So the impact of that is I'm not as healthy as I like to be. I don't have the energy that I like, and energy feeds into all aspects of my life, which can have a massive impact on my life experience, right? That doesn't even take into account your disease, things that can come from not taking care of your body, right? So a little thing that says, okay, I need my spouse to be on board before I can go all in, that alone can have a massive impact on your life. So once you identify 2 or 3 limiting beliefs, then think about what's the impact of you believing them over an extended period of time, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and really start to look at this, right? Because even if it's as simple as, well, I need to make a certain amount of money before I can invest in my own personal development, or I need my company to sponsor me in order for me to invest in myself. And the reality is that's BS, because people invest in themselves every day with no money or no corporate backing, because they buy into the exponential growth they're going to get from investing in themselves, right? So if you think about it from that lens, it's like, well, if I don't invest in myself, okay, if it's purely from an income perspective, all right, what is that, 50K, 100K, several 100K a year I'm missing out on of additional income as a sales professional simply because I have this limiting belief. And if you compound that over 10, 20, 30 years, that turns into millions of dollars in terms of income. And that's only income. That's one aspect of the equation. So I want you to think about what the impact of these limiting beliefs are. And many people don't live life to the fullest. They've never sat down and gone through this exercise. And it's really powerful to go through that. So identify what those are and what the impact is. And then what I want you to do is rewrite them. So that same 2 to 3 that you identified as limiting beliefs, then you identify the impact, then I want you to rewrite them. Okay? And here's what I mean by rewrite them. Turn the limiting belief into an empowering belief. So here's an example. Let's say it's, I need to have my spouse bought into living a healthier lifestyle in order for me to live a healthier lifestyle. Okay? That's a limiting belief. The BS part of it is, well, so if I don't do that, that means I'm not going to be as healthy as I want. I may not live as long. Let's be real. If I'm not living a healthier lifestyle, so I might live 5-10 years less. So I have less time with my loved ones and time on earth, and my life experience is going to be less enjoyable through that time because it's not as healthy. Right? Those are some massive consequences of not doing it. So let's rewrite that to an empowering belief. The empowering belief is, I don't need anybody but myself to live a healthier lifestyle because I control my decisions and I control my destiny, right? So think about this. I don't need to rely on anybody but myself. Changing from, I need my significant other spouse to be bought in, that changes the whole equation. Because then from an accountability perspective, when you're reflecting on how well you're doing, you're holding yourself to a higher standard. Because when you have this spouse BS thing involved, then it's, I'm letting myself off the hook because I have this limiting belief. But if that belief is called out for what it is, which is BS, and I say, hey, I only need myself. I don't need anyone else. I don't need to make a specific amount of money. I don't need anything to live a healthier lifestyle except my own decisions and self-accountability. And then, so that's how you write the empowerment of it. And then to bring it all home, you're going to do the impact one more time. So just like you talked about the impact of not changing your limiting beliefs, you're then going to write the impact of what the empowering belief is for you. So to stay on this example, if I control my destiny and I believe that I don't need anyone else to be bought in or be with me, or I don't need any specific income level to invest in making healthier decisions, right? That's the belief. Then the impact of that is I'm going to live a healthier life. I'm going to have more energy, which is going to allow me to get more done. I'm going to be more present with my friends and family. I'm going to have a more beautiful living experience. I'm going to live longer, right? So the goal is to magnify the upside of doing the impact. And when you do that, changes everything. So I hope this is helpful. My name is Justin J. Johnson. I'm the founder and creator of the Beautiful Savage Sales Academy. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Hope this is helpful. Go burn it down.